In quiz number 1, they ask us what is the gauge pressure inside the tank. So we have this manometer and it's filled with mercury, oil, and water. So we have these certain distances which are equivalent to these distances over here, 0.2 meters, 0.3 meters, and 0.4 meters. And we have our pressure equation, which is the density times the gravity times the height. So I already done some calculations already, and here I have the density of the mercury times the gravity times the height at which the mercury is with respect to this point, which is H3, which is 0.4. So after doing that, it gives me 53,366 pascals, and then we do the same with the oil. The oil, we need to take it from this point to this point, and the distance between these 2 points is 0.3 meters. So we apply again the same formula to the oil. We have the density of the oil times gravity times the height, and it gives us 2,501 pascals. And we do the same again with water. We have the density of water times the gravity times the distance between the points where the oil ends and where the air starts. So the difference between these 2 points over here. That's 0.2 meters. And by doing this calculation, it gives us 1,962 pascals. Now, we need to add some signs to each one of these quantities before summing up. So we have here from the mercury, from this point, we're going down. So this means that the pressure has risen. And then for the oil, we have that from this point to this point, we are going up. So this means the pressure has decreased. And finally, for the water, we are taking this point to this point. So through the water, we're going up. So this means that the pressure has decreased, so we put a negative sign. So we add all up. We have 5,336 with a positive sign. Then with a negative sign, we have the oil, which is this quantity. We have the water also with negative sign. So we have this quantity. And finally, we're also having the atmospheric pressure going through here. The atmospheric pressure is 1.013 times 10 to the 5th pascals. And the atmospheric pressure is going down, so we also need to add up here plus this quantity, which is 0.013 times 10 to the 5th pascals. If we do all this calculation, it gives me this quantity, 150,202.85 pascals. And that's the pressure, that's the absolute pressure inside the tank in which the air is here. So now, but they are asking us for the gauge pressure. So what we need to do is we subtract the absolute pressure with the atmospheric pressure. This is equal to the pressure, the gauge pressure. So after using this formula, we substitute this number in here, and in the atmospheric pressure we substitute this number. And after doing so, we do that calculation, and it gives us that the gauge pressure is equal to 48.9 kilopascals.